In the town of Kyagwe, there was a school called Kyagwe Primary School, and almost all the children in Kyagwe went to that school. There were these two boys called Musa and Bashir, who were very friendly and went to school together. In the school, there was a pretty girl called Sanyu who lived with her grandmother, but the people rarely saw her grandmother since she spent much of the time inside the house. Time came when people started disappearing without a trace, and this mostly happened to males rather than females. One day, Musa and Bashir were coming back from school when they met Sanyu on the way. Musa, who had been a secret admirer of Sanyu for so long, decided that he would escort Sanyu to her home. However, Bashir warned Musa not to follow Sanyu, as nobody had ever been to her home. Besides, she hardly had friends at school and spent much of her time alone despite her beauty. Bashir further warned Musa that there was a pattern of missing males in their village, and it would not be the right time to go with Sanyu to her home. But Musa did not listen, because he saw this as an opportunity to share his feelings with Sanyu as they walked to her home. Musa and Sanyu walked together until they reached her home, but when they arrived, Sanyu told him to wait for her outside as she entered the house to change her clothes. However, Musa did not stand outside as he was requested. Instead, he sneaked through the front door. After passing the first door, he found himself going through several doors, some of which faced each other, until he reached an open door. He moved very slowly and peeped through that open door. There he saw a huge snake vanishing into Sanyu's body. This sight terrified Musa, and he ran back outside as fast as he could. But every door he opened while running led him back to the same previous room. It was like running from something only to find himself back at that same thing. He tried to scream, but no sound came out until he became tired and fell to the ground. That's when he saw the snake turn into Sanyu, who approached him with a knife. Back at the village, Bashir had told Musa's parents about their son's whereabouts. They came along with other strong men, each carrying a burning log as a light, since it was already getting dark. When they reached Sanyu's grandmother's house, they smashed the door and passed through several rooms until they found Musa lying almost lifeless on the ground, with Sanyu drinking his blood. This enraged them, and they threw the burning logs at Sanyu and the house as they carried Musa out. The house burned with echoes of dead people chanting, and that's when they realized that all the missing men in the village might have met the same fate as Musa, only Musa had been rescued. Sanyu was actually an old lady who used to drink men's blood to stay young. While burning, she turned into her true form as an old woman.